1,200 square feet, it really truly is a nice living space. And so a very important aspect of the building envelope is obviously ensuring that you have proper, adequate waterproofing. The building permit drawings, guys, show one thing, which they're calling for wood framing. The engineer came in, inspected the situation, saw the condition of these existing concrete block walls, and has advised us to go with metal studs. Client is not going to be hit with any extras or any other provisions, but here we have to re-engineer the entire structure on the main level. It needs full restructural engineering, and then the basement also requires full structural re-engineering to remediate, to make the foundations strong enough. And then it's going to be the backfill. So hopefully by the end of June, this should all be completed, backfilled, and then we're going to be in the framing stage. We are back at our project in Etobicoke. So right behind us, as you guys know, this is a fourplex plus a garden suite in the back. So we've had a little bit of development here since the last time we were here. The basement inspections have passed, and we are just waiting for some small clarity from the engineer, which we're going to be getting in the next day or two. Here we've got the blue skins around the windows. The windows have been put in. Last time the windows weren't in. You guys can see in the basement, we've already got the rigid insulation. So we're ready to pour the concrete, with the exception of a couple of small little details we'll verify. We're going to be doing a full site cleanup as well this week, just after the long weekend. So, we need to make sure the sites are clean, looking good, looking pristine for our clients and for the workers. So now we're at the back of the home, the multiplex. At the back here, you'll notice this wasn't here before, but now we've got the second floor. The walls are up, and we're hoping this week to finish the remaining walls as well as the roof. So this should all be tied up, guys, this week. That's the plan. Target for Friday, Saturday this week. The garden suite's done. We're going to be able to walk you guys through the garden suite. Let's just see if there's any stairs, temporary stairs. We can maybe go upstairs and take you guys for a little walk. It's looking pretty good. The walls are up, nice high ceilings. We're going to get a nice flat roof here. It's going to be a lot of living space here. With the 1,200 square feet, it really truly is a nice living space. It creates for raising families or even a single new couples. This is good space. The exterior of this garden suite is going to get cladded with metal. It's going to be partially bricks in the front to carry the same structure as the main building. Is also going to have bricks in the front and the sides for part of it. And then the rest of the structure is going to be aluminum non-combustible siding. All right, guys, let's go inside and have a peek. We'll show you inside. So here you've got the blue skin. You've got one unit over here, self-contained, nice high ceilings. You can see the fire separations as well. We've got the resilient channel, the rocks wool, and you've got 2 sheets of 5/8 drywall. And then you've also got these boxes built out with the caulking. So over here is where we're going to be running our plumbing, HVAC. So we've done all of this stuff, provisioned it, so that we can make sure that the other guys can come in and do what they have to do over here. Because this stuff is already installed, we are now ready to start rocking and rolling and starting the plumbing and the HVAC stuff immediately. So we're going to follow up now to see where those boys are. So a very important aspect of the building envelope is obviously ensuring that you have proper, adequate waterproofing. We like to go with blue skin, not the Tyvek. So even before we install the doors, we installed the blue skin here, as well as the windows. We installed the blue skin prior to. The reason for this is just to give us a better seal, to give us a better waterproofing. That the purpose of this blue skin is it's basically like a plastic sealant. In a way, it prevents water penetrations from going in. That's what the purpose of blue skin is. It's a membrane that protects from the elements of water, from creeping in from the sides, from the top, from somewhere. It's just a full waterproof membrane. We do that on the windows, then we install the windows, then we do the air seal around the windows to prevent any air from coming in. We've got a 4+1 happening over here. We've just started the work on the stucco. Exterior stucco is what the client has chosen to do, so we're going to be doing exterior stucco. And we're going to have a little bit of metal siding as well on the front of the property. So that's what's going to go down. We're going to take you guys to the side of the property and show you guys what's happening. Let's walk to the side of the property. Now the neighbor has been very kind. Again, we try to be nice to neighbors. She's been very kind to let us set up the scaffolding here with permission, of course. And we've got the scaffold set up here. The section at the back here is getting treated with basically, we have glass rock back here, but we're kind of sealing everything over here. So everything is being sealed here, plastered here, so everything's going to be sealed. The bottom section over here, we're going to be having our foundation guys come back. They're going to cut off this section here because during the stage of construction, so sometimes when you're doing construction, we weren't able to fully remove these forms at the time of construction because there wasn't enough space to remove these forms. Usually during construction, when you're doing the foundations and footings, you install these forms After the foundation is poured, these forms get removed. But tight space, we've decided to leave these in there because it added more support at the time. But of course, when you're going to do your stucco, you can't keep this here, right? So therefore, the foundation guys are going to come back. We've had a harsh winter, but they're coming back on Friday, and they're going to cut this to the specifications of what the stucco gentleman needs done here. And this exterior missing sheets for any of the missing siding for the glass trucks also going to get installed immediately as well. Now we've finished the underpinning. As you guys can see, it's a very clean job, very nice finish, very smooth. We've got our brand new sump pump over there that we've installed. We've added the waterproofing as well that's running around the existing structure. The engineer has requested for us to re-engineer. So this goes back to the past discussions we've had where the building permit drawings, guys, show one thing, which they're calling for wood framing on these perimeter walls for this foundation wall. However, the engineer came in, inspected the situation, saw the condition of these existing concrete block walls, and has advised us to go with metal studs throughout. So they're wanting us to do metal framing now throughout the entire exterior perimeter walls of this entire basement. That's what's going to happen here, and we're just waiting for that custom metal to come in. It has not yet arrived. I'm going to check in to see when that's coming in. Now, let's walk towards the back. Let's just see what else is going on. So this is the existing structure that needed underpinning. Over here, we've got the brand new structure that was done after the fact. And over here, guys, we've got now some pipes that you're seeing that are coming out of the floor. When you pour the concrete, what happens is you can't just do the pipes for your drains for example, your kitchen, your bathroom, your shower, after the fact. When you're doing a new construction like this, and you're doing, let's just say, underpinning, or you're doing a new construction like this section is all brand new foundation walls over here, you have to lay your pipes in the ground first. You lay all these pipes for your drain work. They all get inspected by the City of Toronto before you pour the concrete slab. Because imagine, guys, we poured the concrete, and then we came back and started breaking the concrete to then make way for putting in all the plumbing pipes for your bathrooms and all your sanitary issues. So this gets done beforehand, and then we pour the concrete. So everything over here, guys, is all new. This is new construction. This is a lot easier than dealing with the old situation, the old project over there. Now the next step here is going to be framing. After framing, we're going to complete our mechanical, plumbing, and electrical, and then we're ready for fire separation installation inspections over here. Where we have the bricks, because the client has decided to, cover the bricks. They want a consistent, smooth finish. They don't want to have, stucco in the back and then bricks in the front. Now, again, nothing wrong with that. There are some clients that choose to keep the bricks and stucco mix, but this client chooses to opt to make a nice modern design here. It's going to consist of, now when you have bricks, we're going to put styrofoam over the bricks to make everything level, make everything smooth and plain. Then we're going to basically seal it all from the outside after this is installed. That gives you more insulation value. It seals everything nicely, and it's going to give us a nice, clean, smooth, consistent finish. So you're not going to have, the rough surface of the bricks. Even you can kind of parge the brick, but it's not the same as putting in the styrofoam. So this has the styrofoam inside it. We're going to come back here next week and show you guys the styrofoam and how it's looking. We're here at our other project over here right now that started a little while ago. Had some engineering issues where we had to re-engineer the structure. This is a classic example of a project where you're doing an addition renovation. This is not a full tear down. This property should have been a full tear down, and a lot of things sometimes do come to light after the fact. Client is not going to be hit with any extras or any other provisions, but here we have to re-engineer the entire structure on the main level. It needs full restructural engineering, and then the basement also requires full structural re-engineering to remediate, to make the foundations strong enough. It's a block wall / stone wall, foundation wall structure. We might have talked about it in the past, but a very peculiar situation. So over here, we're going to be putting a front porch. That's where we've dug out the section here. We're going to be doing the footings here. Surveyor has to come back to repin the footings, and then we're going to do the front porch pour right after. The back, we've done all the shoring. The shoring's been done on both sides. Today we just completed shoring in the far back section where there's a garage. We weren't able to get enough slope where we could do a cut, so we had to do shoring in the back section as well. That's completed. We're coming back tomorrow. We're going to pump the water. We've got the hydro line connected now, so that's great actually. That's great news. We can actually get power over there. I'm going to go back there and double check to make sure that we've got the stuff that we need to get the power, but the power is there. Now, tomorrow we're going to be doing the footings in the back, and we're also going to be potentially pouring stage 3 for the underpinning. But by Monday, the footings should be stripped. Underpinning stage 3 should be completed. We're going to start the foundation walls right after, and within 2 weeks, the foundation walls should be completed. And then it's going to be the backfill. So hopefully by the end of June, this should all be completed, backfilled, and then we're going to be in the framing stage.